from as far away as California and as far back as 1962. These alumni represent marching band who traveled as far as Dublin, Ireland, Honolulu, Hawaii, and Tokyo, Japan, performing live for millions, including many cardinals, a few presidents, and even one pope. But no one more important than our fans here today at Alumni Stadium.
Hi, my name is Michael Pelosi. I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan, and I play trombone for the Boston College Screaming Eagles Marching Band. And this is ShowTime.
Welcome to ShowTime. On today's episode, we feature a preview of our dance team, an interview with the director of the BC Marching Band, in the studio with the High Brass, we'll strike up the band with Jamie Parker from Fenway Sports Group, a public service announcement from the Mellophones, a senior spotlight, a historic halftime show, and much more. And now, here are your hosts, Matthew McCoy and Michael Pelosi.
Welcome. I'm Matthew McCoy.
And I'm Michael Pelosi.
And we're delighted to have you join us for the premiere episode of ShowTime, a weekly variety show presented by the Boston College Marching Band. And every Saturday, we're going to be exploring classic and contemporary music and dance shared from the band. We're going to have some special guests. We're going to introduce you to some of our members. And of course, we're going to have some behind-the-scenes looks into our program.
This week, we're taking a look at the band's response to the changing national landscape, as well as exciting opportunities that have emerged for us to continue to make music and dance together as we look to the future.
Joining us today is the marching band director, Dr. David Healy, who has been navigating new terrain and charting the course for our fall. But first, let's take a look at the 2020 BC Marching Band Golden Eagles dance team, who have been practicing throughout the summer to prepare for this season.
Thank you, Golden Eagles. And now we would like to welcome Dr. David Healy, director of the BC Marching Band, to our program. Dr. Healy was president of the band as an undergraduate, and he's been serving as director for the past 21 years. Dr. Healy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Could you please bring us up to speed with the changes to the band over the past few months and how the program has adapted to the changing conditions to continue to prepare for this season?
Sure. Well, this process for us really started back in March, on March 12th, when Boston College announced plans to go online for the remainder of the spring semester. So we had seen the writing on the wall of some of the other schools in the area, and we were talking with our students saying, listen, if this were to occur, please try to take your instruments home with you and provide yourself with the resources you need to continue to learn and grow through music and for our dancers, ensuring they have adequate dance space. And then we talked with our leadership team, our students, and we asked them to keep in contact with their respective section members through Zoom as a sort of just an informal hangout format on a weekly basis. And I would just periodically check in and see how people were doing. There were no sort of music or dance requirements or expectations at that point, but just a chance to keep in contact with one another because so many of the conditions around them were changing. And then by June, we started providing online tutorials to get people sort of back in the mindset of engaging with technology and developing their skills. And at that point, we were still planning for what we thought would be a modified but somewhat traditional camp. The plan was it would be outdoors and distanced, and figuring out whatever the conditions were that would enable us to continue to make music and dance. But by the end of June, we started to see cases spiking around the southwest and midwest of the country, where we drive a lot of our students. So we made the decision on July 2nd that our camp this year would be a virtual camp. And that enabled us to do a lot of the preparatory work that was required to ensure that the season would be, at least the camp season would be successful. So we transitioned to online sectionals. That's a live engagement forum for instruction in mid-July on a weekly basis again. And we had students respond, so the staff would provide instructions via Zoom. Sometimes we'd select one person to perform some material. Everyone else would be sort of muted, so it wasn't cacophonous, but they would perform along with them. And you get the sense of at least adapting and listening to somebody else with music and dance. And then we would ask the students to record themselves. So the audio recording that we could put into either GarageBand or Audacity or a similar program for the instrumentalists, and then just video recording for our dancers. And then we would have them go back and review the material and clean it. And it's really a great opportunity in that regard to look at your own work objectively, because so often we're caught up in the process of creating that we don't necessarily take a critical look back at what we're doing and how well it's sort of coming across to an audience. So we got a chance to do that, and then started to work on a little bit of editing, both in terms of the video work and the audio. And once you use one of these applications, which are so ubiquitous now, you've got a lot of flexibility in terms of aligning different phrases. And then we would start to assemble the section sound into what essentially will become an ensemble sound through those applications. So it was really a very developmental, sequential process throughout the summer that got us to the threshold of this, the virtual camp that we're just wrapping up now. But we had to think, as we've told the students all along, you've got to think multiple steps ahead. We didn't have access to any more information than anybody else. We just saw the emerging data, and we tried to make the best decisions at the time for the students, primarily for their health and well-being, their safety. But also recognize that this experience, the opportunity to make music and dance together, is a big part of what defines their college experience and why they continue to work together and to be so passionate about the time that they share at Boston College. So it's been a steady learning process, growth process for everybody, for our staff and faculty included, and it's brought us to, I think, a pretty good place. We feel pretty strong about the work that's already been accomplished and about what we're able to accomplish looking ahead for the remainder of the season.
Wow, there's obviously a lot of planning and coordination that has to happen for this band to flourish. And having just wrapped up a virtual camp, I can say we did a pretty good job. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to look ahead to see what we can expect from the band in its upcoming season.
Okay, class, today we have the final examination. As you're aware, it will count for 90% of your grade, so good luck and give your best effort.
Hey man, what was that all about? Let's just say I found the spirit.
And welcome back. We were talking with marching band director Dr. David P. Healy about the changes to the program this year and the exciting opportunities on the horizon. I'm sorry. This just in. BC Band Executive Board member Logan Mitchell has reported his priceless piccolo missing. Anyone with any information, please do call us at this number and give us any information you have about Logan's missing piccolo.
Dr. Healy, you've discussed many different ways in which we've adapted to continue to learn over the summer. And what are some types of performances and collaborations that you anticipate the band having over the fall?
Well, we're very excited about the remainder of our season this year. We have a lot to look forward to, despite the changing landscape and the conditions all around us. We've taken several steps to prepare for a range of options. Firstly, knowing that we're not going to be allowed to participate in the stadium venue for at least the start of the season, we provided recordings of our material, the songs, to our colleagues in marketing, sports marketing, and also to local radio stations, to WZBC, which is the Boston College radio station, and WEI, the local radio station that broadcasts the football games, so they can continue to provide the soundtrack that we typically perform and provide on a game day. And to that content, to that audio content, our dance team is going to be creating a range of videos that will complement that again we could use either in the stadium live with the videos on the video boards, or on our own streaming. And that's one of the other. So the second tier we're looking at is providing a BCMB, Boston College Marching Band, game day stream, where we would have some of our student conductors who typically coordinate the performance of the band in the stands throughout the game, which is fairly intensive. As it is, it's a steady stream of material that coincides with all the transitional plays on the field, first downs, third downs, offense on the field, defense, times out, breaks, so forth. So those conductors would coordinate a live stream via Facebook or some other app that would enable them to insert that same content, audio and video now, so that folks could watch the game at home and then pull up a laptop and get the same experience that you'd have with the contributions of our students in that same venue. So we're excited about the opportunity for the students to still have presence at the venues, even if we're not there in person, at least to start the season. And then we're excited about a couple of collaborations that we've got lined up. The first is with the University Chorale. We work with John Finney, who's a chorale director here at Boston College. He's a superb musician and educator. And every year he comes in and works with the band singing Amazing Grace. And this year we're going to be doing a virtual performance collaboration for the annual Pops in the Heights concert, where we typically perform with the chorale and the Boston Pops Orchestra. And that performance will be held in person, but we've already recorded the band's instrumental parts for Boston, our school fight song, and the chorale is going to be singing their parts that are going to coincide with that. We'll layer those together in editing, and then have a video compilation that goes with that as well, and that'll be part of the performance that the university shares as part of the virtual concert. The second collaborative experience that we're looking forward to this year is with a hip-hop group on campus called Aerokay, and we're going to be performing production by a group called BTS. The piece is called On, and it'll feature the dance from the hip hop group, the sound from our instrumentalists, and our dance team as well, dancing along with that. So this follows in the tradition of a couple shows we've done recently, past few years, notably with Boston College Step Group called Sexual Chocolate. That was 2 years ago. And then in last year for our Centennial season, we coordinated with BC Irish Dance for a Boston Irish themed production. And it just is we're always looking for in the arts opportunities to bring people together with different ideas and backgrounds and interests and find the commonality among our differences. And that's one of the great aspects of the arts that enables us to do that. So we're excited to continue that tradition this year, even in this new realm and these new conditions that we have. So, and then the other, of course, is this production that you're watching now, ShowTime. This is a concept that's continuing to evolve. And initially, we thought it might be sort of a pre-game presentation, and then we realized that we've got enough content that the students are creating all on their own that we could create a separate production. And it's going to feature classic and contemporary recordings of the band, so kind of archival and current material. There'll be little features and vignettes. We'll have interviews with really interesting, exciting hosts, and we're very excited to unveil some of that lineup as we go forward through the season. There'll be thematic elements to it, referencing different contributions and experiences the band has had over the years, and importantly, a forum for the students to continue to share the content that they're creating, their experiences through music and dance that they create with each other and share with all of you, with our audience. And we hope you enjoy that process. There's this theory that disruption fosters innovation. I think that this show, this experiment really for us is kind of exhibit A. We knew we wanted to continue to come together and do something special, and that we typically do that in the game setting on game days. And we've done it throughout Boston and all sorts of other venues as well, performances, as we talked about with the Boston Pops, but also on stage with the Dropkick Murphys. We perform for the Boston Celtics, the Boston Red Sox, Heisman Trophy dinner. But this is the first opportunity we really have to sort of set the parameters for it and to share content directly and work with it. And so the students are discovering, we're all discovering at the same time, the opportunity to build those pieces together and create something that we think is going to be something lasting, that even when the school and the university and the broader community return to a sense of normalcy, that we're going to hang on to a lot of these elements. So we're excited to share that with all of you over the course of the season, and we look forward to seeing you in live performances soon.
Wow. I always wondered what his secret was.
Yeah, the band is filled with many people with many different hidden talents.
So here at the NASDAQ, pretty good day today. Nice numbers.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. You see the Dow Jones as well. Hold on. What you coughing for?
No, I'm just clearing I had to clear my throat.
Wow, I have no idea why those guys can't get dates.
Well, yeah, me neither. Maybe there's such a thing as too cool.
I doubt it, but we'll be right back with our senior spotlight after this.
Hello?
I don't understand it. I'm sure I left my piccolo right here on this pillow under this heat lamp. I had a security camera focused on it, but when I came home and noticed the piccolo missing...
Hold on. Slow down. You're missing your priceless piccolo?
I found the camera unplugged and the window open. I never leave my window open. I can't afford to breathe unfiltered air.
Don't worry, Logan. We'll help you find it.
Boston College and Virginia Tech had the national stage all to themselves, and the tone of the game was set by these guys, the marching band. Jamie Parker has more on their story.
All right, so I need my shirt underneath. All right, so this is mandatory that you need to wear the Boston College Super Band Screaming Eagles t-shirt underneath. I think just putting this uniform on gives me a little bit of musical talent.
Definitely need to be talented to remember how to put it on. Just put it on.
Yeah. Just put it on? Ooh.
And then, there you go. Oh, the chain actually falls right here.
Oh, it stays there.
It's really awkward, yeah.
And it doesn't fall off your head?
Is it too big? Because we can go like this.
Oh. Okay, I'm suited up and ready to hit the field.
Are they split pretty evenly between instruments?
Yeah, we work hard to get a balanced wind sound. So there's 70 brass players out here and 30 woodwind players, so it gives it a big impact.
Your left hand holds the horn, so you can do anything with your left hand, like move it around. This hand, you're just gonna rest the fingers up on top, kind of curl them, and put your pinky on top of this little thing. To play the horn,
yes.
What you need to do is kind of like buzz with your lips, like. Whoa. Sweet.
All right. I have talent!
We cross-train kids, actually. So people come in as woodwind players, and after 1 year in the band, if they're interested, we can train them over to brass. And so the first year they do that, it's a little bit rough, but if we can keep them from junior and senior year, they can be just developed as some of our other more experienced players. So it's a good investment in the program.
We are now getting ready to play the Virginia Tech fight song. That was fabulous! Yeah, this thing is heavy. How do you hold this? You're small.
Yeah, I don't know. Strong backs.
All right, good.
All right, so that's pretty good, actually.
That's pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a natural drummer.
Now just turn the hands over
Okay.
like this. There you go.
What do I do? Beautiful. I'm going to join the band over here. Hi, guys. Oh, that was good. I mean, I fit right in.
Yeah.
Woo! I've mastered this one now. We will move on to the tuba.
Here, stick low.
What do we do?
You gotta hit him. There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's tradition.
That's love. Stick love. Can we go to do one of these, maybe? Oh, we can. Oh, I like that. Oh my God! This probably weighs as much as I weigh.
Oh wait, no, you have to put it on this shoulder.
What shoulder?
That one.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, and then you hold that right there. Yeah.
Okay, this is good. All right, what do I do here?
Sure.
Where do I put my hands?
Right there, and then
1, 2, 3.
either put this on this or on the side.
You gotta like take a big breath and like
Okay.
breathe as much air as you can into it.
Okay, so this is coming from the toes, really.
It's
right?
coming from down here. You really
Oh,
gotta
I'm gonna
tank
screw
up.
up the whole thing. You ready? That sounds like a foghorn. These are heavier than you think too. And then what do? You just kind of bang them together? That wasn't very graceful. Oh, I love the cowbell. Oh, you're doing one-handed? You see me play the tuba, the horn, the drums, the cowbell, and conduct.
Yes.
You know, where do you see my talents,
I
honestly?
think you are a natural for cowbell. I think you got that. You got a timbre from that instrument that I haven't heard in some time. It's very impressive.
Everyone needs more cowbell.
You never have enough cowbell.
More cowbell!
Yeah, we do 2 halftime shows. This is the end of the first one. This is called Fire Dance. It's a medley of pieces, some Russian music, and the second one is music from James Bond. So we're just reviewing this one. Half of these guys never marched prior to coming to BC, which is remarkable. The toughest part for these guys and what we try and line up musically is the direction changes on the field with the music. So we try and get it in the feet right away, because once it's in the feet, it's easy to get it in the air and in the instrument itself. So.
Okay, what did you going on there? You're doing a little dance move.
We have a hold. So after we march, we have a hold for a few bars. So there you release
Hold
the
your
hips and do your thing.
When they get into the BC, now how does everybody know where they have to be?
Yeah, we give them, they're called drill charts, and it's a map of the field, and everything's on coordinates. So every 5 yards, we don't think of anything in terms of yards other than guides for us. What we think of is we call 8 to 5. There's 8 paces, 8 sort of a normal side marching stride for every 5 yards, and that works left to right and front to back.
I think I'm in the wrong spot. I'm supposed to be over there. Okay, they didn't kick us out despite my lack of musical talent, but the Screaming Eagle Marching Band certainly showed us a good time.
Welcome back. We'd like to take a moment now to recognize one of our seniors, Jill Late. Jill has been with the band for the past 4 years. She's played mellophone and also conducted us in the stands. I can say personally, Jill is one of the kindest people I have met in the BCMB. Her unwavering leadership and conducting skills has led to a stable foundation that all of us have been able to build off of. And now, let's hear a word from the one and the only, Jill.
Hi, my name is Jill, and I am a senior at Boston College studying nursing. This is my 4th year in the marching band playing mellophone and my 3rd year as a stands conductor. I would be completely lying to you if I said that I wasn't upset about not being able to have a normal band camp or a normal marching band season this year. Actually, I'm kind of devastated. There are traditions that I've been looking forward to since my first day of band camp freshman year. I keep asking myself why it is that I would rather be on a football field in 90-degree weather, sunburned and sore with all of my friends after a week of 12-hour days learning a field show. And I keep coming back to this idea that even though band camp is suffering, we suffer together, and we laugh together, and we cry together, and we experience joy and relief together. My favorite part of being in this band is that I know and feel like I am a part of something that is just so much bigger than me. And imagine being in the stadium at a night football game and you're playing for Boston, which is our fight song, and the fans are cheering and the lights are flashing and the fireworks are going off, and I'm just kind of in the middle of it. And for those 45 seconds, you're so present and in the moment that time just kind of seems to slow down. But when I think about my time at Boston College, I can't imagine it without the suffering and the joy of those 12-hour band camp days. And I don't want to.
Thank you, Jill. You'll be missed.
And thank you for joining us this week for Showtime. We'll resume our regular fall programming on Saturday, September 12th, with a look at the Boston College game day experience through the eyes and ears of the BCMB. Our special guest for the show will be Mr. Jeff Halfley, head football coach at Boston College.
And we're going to go out this evening with a look back at our Centennial halftime show from 2019. We welcomed hundreds of band alumni to return to campus and celebrate 100 years of the BC Marching Band. And we hope you enjoy the retrospective, and we look forward to seeing you again on September 12th. And remember,
go Eagles!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Boston College Screaming Eagles Alumni Band!
And they haven't missed a beat.